Hey guys, how's it going? I'm Combat Craig, and today we're talking about the VA reduction. They recently released something, and I'm going to flash back and forth between the screen here. So I'm not literally reading it to you. I'm going to weigh in, give you my 2 cents. Before we start, if you want to learn more about the VA claims process, check out my boot camp. That's at combatcraig.com. Also, these come down to medical evidence, these meaning claims. In order to win them, you need positive medical evidence. It's best to get your own medical evidence, get your own diagnosis, and get a nexus. That's what you need for service connection. And then the severity of your symptoms, higher they go, the higher the pay rate is. So med team and boot camp, combatcraig.com. So let's check this out. All right, so the Department of Veterans Affairs announced it's on pace to reduce total staff by nearly 30,000 employees by the end of the year. So that's over. Think about think about how many VA regional offices there are, right? The hospitals. And then clinics. I'm in Idaho. I'm in between two little clinics. My actual hospital is Salt Lake City in a completely different state, like 3 hours away. So I haven't even actually visited that one. Went to the one in Montana, but yeah, kind of over the VA. So these places are huge. Thousands of employees, where are they going to pull them from? We'll see. Large-scale reduction. The VA had roughly 484,000 employees at the beginning of the year, January 1st, and 467,000 June 1st. So, they usually run a month behind with everything. If you get paid by them, you would know that. And, they're saying it's a reduction of 17,000. So between now and September 30th, the department expects another 12,000 employees to exit through normal attrition. That's funny. Voluntary early retirement, not so voluntary, or the deferred resignation program. So let's start with that. So normal attrition. The VA has been, the VA's been for sure leaning on VA raters. Rater X works with me, and he's explained a lot of this, but basically they're moving out the old, which actually can do the job. They pay them more money, right? That's another way to save money. And they're moving in just shit tons of new raters. How good are they? I'm sure they suck, but we'll see. Let me know in the comments. Have you had a positive experience as of late or in the last maybe year or two? As we scroll down the page here, we're getting into politics. So they're saying, meanwhile, VA performance continues to improve under President Trump and Secretary Collins. So I talked about this probably in one of my first videos. So the VA for me sucked. I served under Reagan and Bush, and then VA, Bush, right? Clinton, Obama, Trump, Biden. Who else was in there? I don't know my presidents very good. Good thing I'm not getting drilled on that. So they've all sucked. The VA is a separate entity. Great. And I'm not trying to make this a political thing. Great. That's what they all say. Come back in 3 more years, and we'll see a new president and a new secretary, continuing to improve. VA disability claims backlog is already down nearly 30% after it increased 24% during the Biden administration. That's suggestive and bullshit. It increased due to the PACT Act. It had nothing to do with Biden. Let me jump in here real quick and tell you about my boot camp. If you want to learn more about the VA claims process, check out my boot camp. You can talk to me live. There's a link on the website.
And in the description, combatcraig.com. And also, if you need medical evidence, like a nexus or documenting your symptoms properly, go to our website, combatcraig.com, and it says medteam/nexus letters. Click on that link, fill out the form, boom, you're done.
All right, so the backlog is down. Down from what? How down? Is that good? Are people winning? Are they just blowing people off, which would be my guess? What is the nature of this down 30%? And then the increase 24% under the Biden administration. The PACT Act was in there. Remember that? They didn't like passing that one at all. So little political workmanship stuff here. Don't, if the president you voted for is running, awesome. If the old president and you're all bummed or whatever, yeah, the president really doesn't have a whole. This is a separate entity. This is the healthcare system for the country and then the world. That's scary. A couple other things that I'm seeing on here is the VA's implemented major reforms making it easier for survivors to get benefits after serious problems during Biden administration. That's another political component, right? I'll leave a link to this in the description. You can go read more, but I'll tell you right now, the president and the secretary, as much as they, actually do run it and are accountable for the bad things, I guess they tout the good things too. It's all bullshit. This one's interesting. VA is phasing out treatment for gender dysphoria. Frankly, this common sense reform should have been done years ago, but only President Trump and Secretary Collins had the courage to do it. Look how much they're pandering to Trump and Collins. Just if you were paying attention a couple years ago, they were pandering to Biden the same way. So according to Secretary Collins, since March, we've been conducting a holistic review of the department centered on reducing bureaucracy and improving services to veterans. And that's interesting. Give me a call, dude. Secretary dude. I'll show you how to reduce bureaucracy and improve services. And all I need to do is walk into one VA regional office. You pick it, I'll go in there and start showing you where the problems are. Furthermore, as a result of our efforts, VA is headed in the right direction, both in terms of staff levels and customer service. Oh, that's good, customer service. I really haven't had any customer service. I haven't called them. Have you? I didn't even know the VA had customer service. They just give very limited service. A department-wide RIF is on the table, but that doesn't mean we're done improving VA. Our review has resulted in a host of new ideas for better serving veterans that we will continue to pursue. So that's the news. This doesn't change what you're doing with your claim. Keep on it, stay focused, and bring medical evidence to the table, right? If you can't get medical evidence, contact my med team. So just kind of keeping you in the loop, and I'll see you in the next video.
Let me jump in here real quick and tell you about my boot camp. If you want to learn more about the VA claims process, check out my boot camp. You can talk to me live. There's a link on the website and in the description, combatcraig.com. And also, if you need medical evidence, like a nexus or documenting your symptoms properly, go to our website, combatcraig.com, and it says medteam/nexus letters. Click on that link, fill out the form, boom, you're done.